spawning in the bottom right, we're finally able to cast StarCraft again. It is Prep Esports Hanamano. Yeah, that's right. And spawning in the bottom left, potentially playing for himself, but at this level, I really doubt it. It is Luca. So I do like. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I do like to catch the late night ESL stream from like Steadfast or Chicken Man or something on Saturday night. So that's gonna be tonight. Maybe I'll watch it tonight actually. And I do normally see Hanamano play in the ESL Korea Open Cups. I always like watching the games. Anytime there's a Terran, I try to watch that stuff, and I'm not doing anything. I'm free. And yeah, no problem, Missy. I'm not blaming you. Not blaming you, my friend. But Luca's going for racks in base, racks outside of base. So this is most likely Reapers, I would think. And it's specifically designed so that if Hanamana scouts and he doesn't really, go deep, or if he scouts after the supply depot is already down, he'll have no way to know if it's a factory or if there's another racks on the map. Unless he looks for it. He might look for it, and he might not even scout either, so this mind game doesn't really do much. But this absolutely destroys Reaper Fast Expands, which Hanamano is not doing. Hanamano is not opening Reaper Fast Expand. He's opening the double gas. We probably will see the factory, and I even like that he's making the space for the add-on here, so he's probably going maybe the 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion build, which I really like myself. So it's going to come down to kind of Reaper micro. Hanamano is going to have to do a little bit of a little bit of damage control here because there's going to be 2 Reapers to the 1, and the Reapers are going to he's going to be a really long time without having anything because he's going for this reactor here. So that can definitely be a problem. I've seen some players pull SCVs right away, and also Hanamano's not pulling off gas, so maybe we'll see a starport. Luca's not pulling off gas either. I guess that makes sense if he's going Reapers. But he wants to see a command center here. There is none. So that's a smart, or I guess a good tell from the beginning. One SCV is going to get targeted down immediately. The Reaper has to respond, but okay, so it's not Hellions actually. There's a tech lab here. Two SCVs already gone down. We're going to see a third and fourth. The SCVs are pulled off the line, so there is some lost mining time. One Reaper goes down, but this Reaper is very low here. And this one's going to get killed by the maybe one more Reaper hit. Oh, Hanamano's going to be very careful. Both of these guys playing with some ping. This is the West game, I believe, so the ping should support Hanamano. The Marines popping out at the perfect timing. And I guess this is a defense for Hanamano. More Reaper, Hellion, and a starport. Is there... Reapers are still coming out. He's going to jump on this SCV here, and what is that? 3 Reapers for... I just looked at it and I forgot. 3 Reapers and an SCV for 4 SCVs. Immediately getting the first shot off on that Reaper, but he's got to be careful because the other Reapers are going to jump on him. Unfortunate. He could have maybe tried to dive that, but this Cyclone does a pretty good job. Immediately trying to drop on here. Is this... Oh, huh. That's interesting. I was wondering if it was like specifically something for this instead, but it looked like that wasn't the initial idea, but it is now. This barracks immediately flying home, so not doing any scouting. Hanamano a little supply blocked here, and it's like a one-base tank push sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it looks like it's actually going to be pretty good here because Luca does not have much at home. His medevac is just about to finish. His siege tank's about halfway done, and this CC is going to get delayed for quite some time. Nice hot pickup by Luca here, but as the siege tank comes in, oh, it's a little further back. But as the siege tank comes in, I think it's going to be a little hard for for Luca to keep this low ground. Oh, actually, really nice moves there. I think Hanamano might have actually just done it here. GG gets called. We're going on to game number 2. Really nice focus fire there. Hanamano basically selecting all of the proper units that he wants to, so that was great. That was awesome. I'm going to just quickly look and see if Fighting Frog and Quantel are still in the lobby. Oh no. Okay, well that's something. I wonder if they're still having this trouble. Praise be to Fighting Frog. Sorry, Fire Frog. Uh, you're Demerzil, you're watching your games. I hope that the casting is okay. I hope that um so yeah, I just answered back in the chat, but I hope that the casting was okay. I try not to be critical or mean or anything. Currently up 1-0, playing for Prep Esports. It is the blue Terran player Hanamano. And spawning in the bottom left, playing for somebody. I don't know. If you know, let me know. It's Luca. I wonder if Luca's going to cheese again or if we're going to see a bit more of a standard game. And then I wonder if Hanamano was planning on always doing that build or if it was kind of a reactionary to the early aggressive Reapers from Luca. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Luca going for gas, presumably then Rax gas. So we're going to see the faster Rax, slower CC. And Hanamano going for Rax gas and then likely another gas. I mean, there's also the possibility that they go just one. This could be a Reaper fast expand. No. So he's taking the second gas. Luca could... No, there's the other gas too. Because there's a couple of builds that open gas racks and then are normally still aggressive, but a little macro-y as well. Yeah, maybe you don't react to it. I thought... Okay, so I guess this is not going to be a thing, really, for just... Like, because it's 2 minutes later, Demerzil, but I was under the impression that it seems like Protoss players are taking the second gas faster than they can be taken by your opponent. So, like, it seems like if a player is about to steal your gas, then you can at least put a probe standing right beside it. You know, like, so right beside the assimilator, you can put a probe, like, touching this assimilator right here. You know, like, put it right here. Put it on the hold command, which is default is H, and then they can't build because there's an enemy worker in the way. So you don't even need to react to it. You don't need to take the gas, but it stops your opponent from taking your gas as well. So you're going to see that in... You're going to hear that in 2 minutes, and I hope that that is correct and helps you, because I'm not a very good... Like, Fighting Frog is a way better Protoss player than I ever will be, and I mean, he's a way better StarCraft player than I'll ever be. I did make it to Diamond 1 as Protoss a few years back, and then I haven't really played Protoss since because I don't really find it all that fun, to be honest. So let's go back to the game. Go back to the game here. Looks like it's a very similar opening for Hanamano. He's going into the reactored Marines probably. Whoever gets the first hit is very important. So Hanamano gets the first hit here, and Luca is now just running for it. Luca getting an expand. Hanamano does not have one. Luca also going for a reactor. Maybe should be expecting like a bit of a tank push or something. I don't exactly know. I don't. Oh, Demerzil, I don't think you have to. You don't have to cringe at your noobity, my dude. You made it pretty far in the tournament, and an open MMR tournament too. You did not lose in the first round of an open MMR tournament, and that's something that I cannot say. So congratulations, my friend. Okay, so these Marines are trying to get roasted by the Hellion. And it is the same build. What exactly can Luca do to defend this? I think Tech Lab for probably a Cyclone. Oh, and he's getting... Maybe he's going BCs? Yeah, I think he is. Oh, that's cool. Very, very, very cool. Is that going to be fast enough, though? BCs do take a pretty long time. Hanamano dropping the CC. I don't remember if he dropped it last game. And everything's just kind of going across the map here. He pushed last, like Hanamano pushed last time with the tank. And we're going to have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen. Luca is expecting this drop over here, which is not the case. He's already on the move command, or the patrol command. He's still on the patrol command. And there's not a tank first. It was a Cyclone first. The Cyclone immediately wastes its lock-on the Reaper, but Hanamano's actually locks onto the Hellion, so it wasn't... I thought he was going to try and lock onto the Cyclone. Nice hot pickup... Oh, oops, sorry. Nice hot pickup there, and the fight goes a little bit more on Hanamana's side. He does have a Siege Tank slowly roll in its old bones there, but there is a BC, so BC hype for Luca. He does not want to lose this CC. One Reaper is the only fighting unit that he has. Now he's got 2 more Marines. There is a Siege Tank, and Hanamana just misses the Fusion Core. So there's a chance that he's going to think that maybe this is like a Raven or something. And while this is annoying, you have to remember Hanamana's not mining a low ground. So it's not like he's absolutely getting shredded or anything here. Hanamana playing to win, though. He's getting the Vikings. Vikings are obviously going to be good because they can kite the BC. But as the BC's out, I wonder, do you keep it at home or do you go across the map? Because Luca is trying to take his low ground back. And yeah, he goes right across the map. Hanamana probably was not expecting this. He's going to have to run the SCVs. 8 SCVs dying for Luca. There is a tank that's going to be able to siege, and looks like Hanamana is going to try and drop on that. This one siege tank taking a lot of damage here. There's a second siege tank now, actually. Would love a hot pickup. No hot pickup. What was the BC doing on the other side of the map? The BC's got 7 kills here. So yeah, 7 kills here, and it's going to get kited for days, but this is a very strange game. This BC's dead. It's very expensive, but that's a lot of SCVs that died. Luca taking this base now and moving out with a bit of a weird amount of units. 2 tanks, 2 Marines. I feel like it's kind of hard to move out like this when you don't have the air control. His BC's almost finished though, so that is one way to get the air control. The Vikings flying over the Marines here. Nice pullback micro. Oh, just landing them actually. I forgot. Like that's definitely a good idea because they are very strong. Wait, is that Stim? No, that was not Stim. I'm my old man eyes. So these tanks should die. Nice pickup on the very wounded Viking Hanamano did. I don't know what that Marines are doing or where they were, but here's another another BC, and Hanamano is ready for it this time. This is going to get way less kills. We're not going to see 13, and even if it tries to go into the dead zone, it's going to die. So there's another BC down. Unfortunately, I would think that that's going to be Luca's last. You normally see this being played with mech. Not that it's a necessity or anything, but Luca going bio instead, not taking his natural back, which I guess makes sense because if you can just mine this, you might as well. And Hanamana going for an intense Viking count. Is he playing mech? 3rd CC instead, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, if you're going heavy gate, you definitely don't need the like as many gases, and I'm not exactly sure how it works in PvP. Like in Terran versus Protoss, because I play Terran, Master's Terran player. If I lose my gas, like if my gas gets taken, then I can always take the natural because I don't really need the second gas, depending on the build that I'm playing and like the style that I'm playing. So I would imagine that it's probably pretty similar to Protoss, but I don't know the intricacies of it. These Vikings are getting a lot of damage as they're landing. So now they're going to actually wreck up this mineral line if focus fired. Instead, they're just trading with the army, and they do more damage against the tanks here, the armored tanks. So a bit of an interesting trade, something that you don't really see all that often, but that is his entire Viking count. Hanamana's making more. It's Luca that's not making any more. So Hanamana probably feeling like it's time to go. Yeah, and he is going to play mech. So he is playing mech. He's got the second factory, I guess. So second and third factories going down. His 3rd CC is finished, is already in orbital. And we're going to have to wait and see exactly what happens with I was going to say with the push, but it's not a push. It's just securing the natural, or the 3rd base himself. I like playing mech. Or I used to play mech. I don't like playing mech that much anymore. But I do like the heavy Viking focus of Hanamana. I think that Vikings are really solid. Controlling the air ground is really solid. I like how he's positioned them right here because this can be a really annoying area as a Terran player because they get their tanks sieged up here and then they can actually shell away at your gas geyser, which is very like annoying because mech needs as many gas really as they can get. That's going to be their limiting factor. Hanamano maybe will go Hellions for the mineral dump, but I don't really know, to be honest. And it looks like Luca's actually long distance mining, so Luca's got a little bit of an oversaturation. Hanamana scans, and is Hanamana aware? So Hanamana is not necessarily aware and might think that that's the third base and feel like he's like really far behind. Like that might be like, I don't know, heart sinking even. Because his like Luca's saturation is obviously way better, but that's his natural. If Hanamana knew that was his natural, then maybe things would be a little bit different. And now the Vikings going over here. There is a tank. Oh, and it looks like there's a little skirmish. Hanamana knows where the army is and knows that it's going on that side of the map. One thing with mech is that mech is like slow and takes a long time to well, it takes a long time to kind of like reposition itself. So if you can catch it off guard, that would be better. And Hanamana needs to be very careful. He doesn't really have much map vision. So if the bio army kind of gets into a position that would be difficult to deal with, then the mech player has trouble. I guess that's just a pretty obvious thing to say. So scanning, knowing the army's at home is definitely a good thing. I don't know. You know what? Hanamana probably, Grandmaster player, probably knows that this has been being mined for quite some time, and that had to have been the natural or something. There's no way that he could have mined out all those mineral patches if he just took it now. Fourth base actually finished, and a fifth base on its way. So we should see this one. I've been seeing players take this more and more, so I kind of like that. Especially if there is a Marine here. I don't know if Hanamana knows that that's there. And I kind of like how active he's being on the map with the Cyclone. I don't know how how Luca suddenly just scanned that. Maybe he saw it with one of the Marines, but these couple of Marines are going out on the map. I don't think they're hunting for that Cyclone, but if they are, they're not going to get it. And, sorry, just taking a yawn here. It's been a bit of a long day of casting StarCraft for me. I did, was like 2.5 hours this morning. Now we're coming up to the 2 hour and 10-minute mark, but some of that was just sitting there waiting for things to happen. Let's see, okay, so let's take a look at Luca's base here. Luca has 5 barracks. He's getting the extra extra factory. He's getting another command center. I kind of personally, I mean, he's playing against mech, but does he know that he's playing against mech? So he has scouted it. Okay, solid. Scans to see that there is a 4th base here, that it is heavily saturated, and that there are some Hellions moving out on the map. I don't know if Hanamana is known for his Hellion run-bys, but that's definitely a good way to get, I guess, well, really Terran on its toes. Any race, you could do Zerg, Protoss as well. It's because it's kind of a staple. And battle cruisers, deciding to go battle cruisers. He feels like he has enough of an air dominance that he can go to battle cruisers. I like Luca's decided to go for... Oh, wait, there's already a battle cruiser. But Luca's gone for Ravens. And Ravens are good because their spells are actually really good at taking down the battle cruiser's control. This interference matrix stops it from being able to teleport out, and Yamato if Hanamano had Yamato. And this seems like such an intense siege tank line. Like, I don't know how you would possibly try and break into that. The other side here, I guess that this looks like a better position to try and break, but looks like we're seeing a Hellion run by now. And it's going down to the 4th base, or I guess this would be the 5th base location. And maybe Luca's going to be double expanding here? Hanamana scan sees that the army is now back at home, and I do like having Blue Flame for these run-bys. Blue Flame just kind of starting now, or starting a little while ago. 3 SCVs immediately going down, 4 more. The Ravens also losing all their energy too, because like that's kind of where Ravens get their value. So a lot of Raven energy. Noah, if there was one more shot, I think they probably could have got 2 of those SCVs. So Yeah, not like the best thing. Hanamana doesn't have a single upgrade, actually. I did not realize that that was where the state of the game was. He's about to finish building armor, so I guess we're looking at a long TVT. And yeah, well, I guess another way that we could know that is just from all the CCs that he's building as well. Hanamana does double scans, sees, holy man, that's a lot of starports. So sees a lot of starports, probably assumes that this is the Raven upgrade. That's what I would think at least. And we got a BC run by here. I think this is how Supernova plays, maybe? Another Korean player. Unfortunately, he was attacking the Planetary Fortress instead of the SCVs, but he gets away. Tactical Jump is good unit, so he gets away. Hanamana gets away, that is, sorry, and doesn't lose the BCs, so that's 4 SCVs for free, and then he's going to be able to do it again with a third BC. Hanamana also a little low in army supply, but it doesn't really matter because it's kind of hard for Luca to find any damage anywhere. I thought these were going to go across the map, but I guess maybe wait for the... Oh, excuse me. Wait for the tactical jump to go off cooldown. I think that's smart. What does Luca have for air? So Luca has 12 Vikings to Hanamana's 8, but Hanamana has 3 BCs, so they're going to immediately be able to Yamato 3 away, and Hanamana's building nothing but more BCs. So Luca scans here, and actually could be pretty annoying with a siege tank line right here, being able to shell at the a little too close, I would say. I don't know what's really giving. Maybe it was the scan that's giving that vision, but it's like right on the line here. So this SCV line is going to be a little rough. So Cheeto dust on literally everything here, and the interference matrices, so they can't then work on fighting with the BCs. BCs have to back up. Air control currently in Luca's favor. Kind of scared that I would just look down at Luca's name and I was like, oh, I really hope that's his name. Haven't been saying it wrong the entire cast so far. But it wouldn't be the first time, my friends, and I guarantee it won't be the last time that I call someone by the wrong name constantly. So a lot of pressure on Hanamana's shoulders here. Hanamana playing mech, so the pressure, I mean, that's kind of like the ball is in Luca's court to do that. The tactical jump is off cooldown, and this Marine's just been here like the entire game, so Hanamana is going to have to send something over there to deal with it. Hanamana, no Hellion, so no Hellion run-bys in store for anybody. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that the interference matrix, if he casted the interference matrix is there as the BC teleport was going off, the teleport would still happen, and it would just waste the interference matrix, which is bull. But I mean, I would like it if it's happening. Like if it's my BCs, that sounds awesome. But if it's my opponent's BCs, it's really lame. So this time, because of the Ravens, the BC wasn't able to find any damage, and Hanamana actually has... Ooh, I'm blind. 5 starports. So 5 starports, pumping out a ton of BCs. Hanamana's got the income advantage here. We got 1, 2, 3. That's probably mined out. That's pretty much mined out. 4, 5 bases, maybe to like 3.5, I guess. So 3.5 to 4.5. Hanamana, I don't know. Oh no, that's not. I was gonna say, is that a base? It's not a base. So yeah, this is almost mined out here. Natural's still going good. This is basically mined out. Where are the upgrades at? So no upgrades for Vikings and VCs other than the armor one. I wonder if with this third armory, Hanamana is going to start getting all 3 at once. Lots of scans going down to see exactly what kind of... Oh, what? Hanamana sacrificing the workers. You don't really see this anymore. This is like a Heart of the Swarm kind of thing. I remember one of the first games I ever watched was on that map that everyone loved, Overgrowth or whatever. And Gumiho was playing a mech game against a Zerg player, and I think it was like one of the back when it was the Broodlord Infestor meta kind of thing, and I remember seeing him sacrifice his workers, and I thought that was crazy. But now I understand it a little bit better. Okay, what do you Yamato? So you Yamato down the CC just so that your opponent can't really get as many workers or as much income as you, and then you immediately warp out of there. I like it. Now, how would you deal with this strategy exactly? I feel like you have to catch the BCs as they don't have the cooldown to run, or sorry, as tactical jump is on cooldown. Hanamano just yeets one of his Marines. It looks like he's freeing up supply for more BCs. You guessed it correctly. Absolutely. Now we're finally seeing the upgrade here for ship weapons. Yeah, getting all three of them. Getting Magfield's Cyclone, so I guess he's going to be able to transition into Cyclones at some time here. And Luca maybe wants to be doing something to stop Hanamana from getting to this like intense like split map location. Clearly, this is what Hanamana feels comfortable with in TVT. Last game, we didn't necessarily see it go nearly as long, but this was kind of what Hanamana was looking for. And I'm really glad that I decided to cast this one instead of waiting for Fighting Frog's game, because if this is going to be like 5 really long TVTs, then I'm really glad that we started them. Because we still have whoever is going to win out of Fighting Frog and Quantel, and then them fighting Geralt, and then whoever wins this one playing that. So we still have this best of 5, another best of 5, and then the final still. So the Cyclone grabbing the Marine and then dying, I guess. I don't know. Lots of Vikings for Luca. Not a lot of Vikings for Hanamana. So Hanamana clearly doesn't feel the need to be having Vikings. Instead of Hanamana is going to just keep throwing out BCs over and over again, I suppose. Maybe his final army is going to be BCs exclusively. A bit of a tank run by. You don't really see this all that often. I think the idea is probably to free up supply, and if they can get some kills, that would be better than nothing at all. Looks like they had gotten a sensor tower there. They're going to be able to grab what do you call that? A missile turret. So they're going to be able to grab a missile turret. They're going to grab a second missile turret, probably even a third missile turret even. Luca a little slow to react to this, as he's going to use Raven Energy to deal with that. That's Raven Energy that he's going to have to build back up. And at the same time, Hanamana moving with his gigantic force, using an Yamato. I don't know if he had to do that. And looks like he's using another Yamato to take down more CCs. I guess this is the strategy. You just like constantly keep attacking the production, sorry, the town hall buildings, make the mining get all messed up, and then as the Ravens show up, you fly away, teleport away, whatever. A very interesting strategy there. All right, just stretching. Wow, 5 CCs in production for Luca. Luca feeling like he really needs it. Hanamana getting the upgrade for the missile turrets and the planetary fortresses. He doesn't have a ton of workers. I guess neither of them have that many workers because they're both using a lot of mules instead. The mule hammer. Hanamana's got just a gigantic bank. Luca's bank is also huge. Like, I would love to have either of their banks. But hey, look at that. The 4 Vikings are finally being traded out as well, and being traded. No, that's the wrong person. Being traded for Cyclones this time. So Cyclones, we have the basically getting every upgrade that I can't remember the name to. Let me think. That is Burling. No, that's the Zerg one. Oh, that would be huge actually if he could get that Raven. Okay, so he just got that Raven, and he's gonna make it away. This Marine's chasing him. I wonder when I wonder when Luca transitions out of this, or is this kind of his late game army for always? But boy, these Magfield Cyclones can be super annoying, and these BCs have the tactical jump already ready. I guess they're gonna come back in and try to do as much damage as possible. Someone just scanned up here. If I had to guess, I would say that it was Hanamana, but I don't know for sure. Oh, maybe it's Luca. Luca's scanning all over the place here. They're trying to find each other's armies. Oh, wow, look at that. The entire half of that minimap is available to, presumably, Luca. I can't see why Hanamana would want to scan his own army. And they're finally playing? Okay, good. I'm glad that they're finally playing. That would have been 2 minutes ago, but still, So that's like an hour. That's like an hour wait. I can't believe that that happened. And I would imagine that Luca was scanning all over, specifically looking for the BCs where they were parked. And because he couldn't find them on Hanamana's area, he knows that they're somewhere on the map. And, oh, excuse me. And he positioned his army accordingly. Let's see what's this. Another little tank run by. I don't think it's going to be able to kill this planetary fortress. I would be shocked. Getting, like, that's probably going to be it. Getting that one, and then it's going to be surrounded. Luca, yeah, good. Luca doesn't use that energy, but at the same time, Hanamana going for the planetary fortress, going for all of the turrets, and I guess the plan is to eventually starve Luca out. I mean, Hanamana's got to play more games after this. Like, I can't even imagine wanting to continue to play. Didn't quite see what happened. Oh, they were still Yamato cannoning. But yeah, whoever wins, like, if Hanamana wins this, he's got to play another series afterwards for the winner of Gerald and whoever wins the other fight. So, like, he's got to keep enough stamina to win and then keep playing. So I personally think that this would be very difficult, but that's why I'm not the pro StarCraft 2 player. It's all about pacing yourself. I was kind of interested in what these Cyclones are doing, but it kind of looks like nothing, unfortunately. They might be able to grab... Sorry. They might be able to grab a couple of Vikings here. Yep, then they do, and then they're going to run away. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Backing away that direction is definitely better, because if they would have went into here, I don't know if we would have ever saw them again, because obviously there are some units here waiting for them. But just being annoying again, coming along, more SCVs being sacrificed, going for the Senior Tower. You don't really see this every day. I love the SCV UI. And then there's another orbital command being thrown down. That one Cyclone dies for it, but these are some heavily stim Marines. They're very red in the face. They're embarrassed. Oh, what? And then building some turrets now, just randomly. What is this? The BC's also coming around, trying to do as much damage as possible, and then they're also going to be able to warp out. Yes, Tactical Jump is ready for them. Luca kind of having a hard time, I would say, especially with these turrets that have already been done too. The Vikings are going to start dying, and Hanamana's got enough money that it doesn't really matter, right? Like, these SCVs were already planning on being sacrificed anyways. I was going to say that CC could be cancelled, but now it can't. The Marines are able to grab another one of these Cyclones, and yeah, it looks like we're just back to the same thing of Hanamano slowly but surely killing things with his BCs and being annoying and harassing with the Cyclones. Now the Cyclones, unfortunately, are going to die. These Marines are so hurt. Luca does not have... No, sorry. Luca has 3 medevacs. They're with the army. Oh, these tanks just kind of randomly sieging in a completely random location. Their volley would do so much damage to some of these incredibly hurt Marines. But instead they're shelling away at whatever they could do and whatever they could kill. And there we go. 2 tanks go down, but I mean, I think they're purposefully being traded away. Hanamana's army is almost entirely BCs, siege tanks, and 2 Cyclones. I wonder if he's going to continue to be aggressive with those Cyclones. Hard to say, I guess, because we're not in his mind. It'll only time will tell, but I did like how he was doing that. Luca has got a lot... Oh, oops, wrong button, sorry. Luca's got a lot of mules here. 22 mules. The mule hammer to end all mule hammers. Neither of them are really hurting for minerals, but as you're being traded out here slowly but surely, you're going to need more and more. The BCs, I guess, kind of like stealthily coming to the bottom side of the map. There is nothing here. This base isn't really that... Oh, sorry. This base isn't like super intensely necessary because it doesn't really have that much, but the mules are definitely good. And what's going on over here? So siege tanks were firing over here. I think we'd seen that in this game. Maybe it was another series that I had casted. They're blended together already. When you get to the 2.5 hour mark, that's kind of a thing. So the BC's now finding its way furthest into the territory of Luca that they ever have. I know that I don't like Marines are pretty good against everything, but I wonder if the amount of BCs here fought into just the Marine and Medevac army with the Ravens casting spells, and the Vikings also there to kite. I'm not sure exactly. Like I know the fight would go in Luca's favor there, especially if tactical jump and no, wrong button, and Yamato was on cooldown. I don't know where the BCs are. There they are. So tactical jump is about halfway done. I'm just take a quick drink and just mute myself for a second. So yeah, the BCs, they're still on cooldown, so they're not really moving across the map yet. They can kill those Marines, so Luca knows where they are. Luca can see that these SCVs are repairing them slowly. Definitely like that Hanamana has that extra touch. He knows how important these are. And the Cyclone's not really getting all that much. I kind of thought they were following the Cyclone to heal, but it seems like they're just being sacrificed instead. Luca deciding to siege up this orbital command center. He could maybe even jump on it with his Vikings, but the Vikings are too busy fighting the BCs. If they ever really engaged into each other, I mean, I guess this isn't necessarily really the army because of the amount of spells on the BC. This is not really the army that you're just going to jump on. Oh, but this, no. Hanamana, too quick. I thought maybe Luca was going to find a position. Oh, and he's jumping on the Marines, just like I was wondering if that was going to be a thing that he did. So all of the Marines are now dead. I liked this call. This was an excellent call. He's going to have to get away, though, because the Ravens are now going to cast Interference Matrix, and the Vikings are going to be able to go to town on them. A lot of Yamatos being used here, but I feel like the BCs are not going to trade super well against the Vikings. The missile turrets, though, really being able to kill the Ravens that were just kind of following along. Some spells being used, and Hanamana feeling like this is his opportunity to continue attacking. Lots of Vikings falling down here. The supply absolutely plummeting for Luca, unfortunately. Luca fans in the chat just in tatters. And wow, there's a lot of BCs. This is definitely one hell of a style. You don't normally see a lot of BCs being built in TBT. I guess it's maybe probably pretty abusable at the early game. Luca is absolutely microing his heart out. These are really the only units that he still has. He has 28 Marines somewhere, 2 tanks somewhere, but these are like the big units that are going to take care of the BCs. Once they get to the corner of the map, I don't think that they're going to be able to micro anywhere else. And let's take a look. So I guess the BCs are feeling like they're invincible, I guess. And big stim, but unfortunately there's only the one medevac, so like they're gonna die. And this is a fair amount of Marines fighting under the missile turret. Hanamana does have more BCs at home, could just kind of jump on this if he feels like it. The siege tanks also lining up and dealing with the SCV line. 3 SCVs dying. GG gets called. We're going on to a game number 3. Oh, that was a long one. I'm gonna stand up and take a stretch. I'll keep the headphones on, but just gonna stretch, man. Hanamana was 7k unspent resources. That's crazy. Just crazy. And it's almost 2 p.m. here. Whoa, this has been a long stream. I kind of hope that Hanamana, you know what, actually, I hope we get the entire amount of StarCraft that we can. So we're going to 2000k atmosphere. I don't think they waited for me to say ready last time, so I don't think I need to put my hands back on the keyboard quite yet. Just doing a little bit of stretching. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, everybody. I really appreciate everyone who's tuning in here. This is a qualifier for a $300 tournament, so these guys have already qualified. So these are already qualified. I wonder if they're going to see each other in the tournament or if they're kind of doing the seeding. Do I have to say anything? I guess I'll go good luck, good luck. And yeah, so I wonder, depending on how the seeding's working, like if you're gonna seed like first place. Well, because they're actually playing. Like it's not just they're not just qualifying for this tournament. There's also a first, second, third, and fourth place out of the qualifier. I think maybe third and fourth is shared, but yeah. So it's kind of a cool idea. Just gonna take a drink of water real quick. Okay, currently up 2-0. He needs one more game to win and make it to the finals. It is Prep Esports Hanamano. And spawning in the top right, the Red Terran, he needs to win all 3 games in a row now to be able to reverse sweep. It is Luca. So yeah, that's ooh, that's a fast gas. Oh no, it's not. That's just how we used to play. We being Terrans. So it's a gas, Rax, gas probably. Hanamana going for a gas. Sorry, going for a Rax, gas, likely. And the way that he's left the add-on space right here, maybe even seeing the exact same thing. Hanamana looking for the proxies. There isn't any, but he's looking for them. And Luca throwing down that gas. I mean, obviously, these guys are very high-level players. They know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for. I wasn't able to see Luca's MMR, so I guess I don't exactly know how far he is, or how high he is, but I tried looking him up, and I couldn't find him. There was information on a player from the Netherlands, but I don't know if that's him or not. So, yeah, that's a thing. Hanamana, I've heard of. Quinel and Fighting Frog. I mean, I never heard of Quintel, but he had a Wikipedia page, so I did a little bit of a research on him. And let's see. So both of them going factory. The way that Luca opened up, you go factory before the supply depot. The way Hanamana opened up, you go supply depot before the factory. Hanamana's way lets you get and expand a little bit faster if you pull out of gas. He's not pulled out of gas, so I maybe even would say that we're going to say the exact same build again, maybe? It's kind of interesting. Must mean that Hanamana like really believes in this build to be able to do it 3 times in a row. Or maybe he just really feels like he's higher MMR than Luca, which he might be. I honestly, I have no idea. I don't know where their MMRs are. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to say the least. I do definitely interested in seeing the intricacies and the ways the players think. I can only kind of speculate on it. In my tournament that I do run, though, one player did a 3-racks 3 games in a row, and he got absolutely mind-gamed in the 3rd game because against the Protoss player because Protoss knew it was coming. So doing the same build over and over again, I don't know if it's great, but it could just mean that you're super confident with that. And Luca did not see, so he doesn't know for sure that it's that build. So mind games obviously are a part of StarCraft 2. Luca instead is going for the Reaper Hellion Liberator attack. So you attack on one side, and then the Liberator flies in, and you hope that you get a bunch of damage done. It's not a bad attack. This is looking a little kind of scary though for Hanamana because oh no, the Cyclone's gonna pop. So since he's not late on the Cyclone will actually push all of these units away. A little bit of a miss micro there, not to follow it down, but maybe he was scared that that was gonna do a fair amount of damage to his Cyclone. So I guess okay. So I guess you stop at the 2. Oh, and there's a drop. So there's a drop, and he's actually dropping towards the units. So he's letting. So yeah, Hanamana is not. He's not pretending at all. He's letting Luca know exactly what build he's doing, and Luca getting a very fast armory. I don't know if this is going to be for a Thor, Widowmine drops perhaps, but we're seeing this switch over to the reactor. That maybe it is actually going to be cloaked Widowmine drops. The Liberator has the potential to do a fair amount of damage depending on what the next units that Hanamana makes are. I'm really actually interested, just going to zoom out a little bit, to see it a little bit better. Or a Hellbat? No, I think that would be weird. A Hellbat opening would be what I would think would be very strange. Oh, what a sick hot pickup there. Like, quite literally. And 4 SCVs are going down to this Liberator here. Hanamana getting the exact same tank that he got last time, and he needs his Viking to come and kill this Liberator. So this is a lot of lost mining time. 7 workers going down. Luca is not going to be able to save that. But on the same side, this is a lot of units here. Immediately dropping down on the tank. The first one that comes out is an SCV, which is a bit troublesome, but there's no other tanks to do any damage, so the SCVs are pulled off the line. Now the tank is doing a little bit of friendly fire because of the SCVs here. I think that this might just be a little bit too much damage. I don't know how he's going to deal with that tank. GG gets called, and let's check in